Be fine.
All right.
All right, it's Tea on Tuesday, and I'm ready to show you a bitchin' new tea. Now, today it's interesting because you guys are going to see a tea that you're going to go, that's not for us. Why should we eat that? Why should we drink that? Well, this little spectacular herb here. So I cut some herbs out of the garden this morning. This is catnip. Okay? Now I grow tons of this. In fact, I have 50 cell trays right now seeded, loaded in this, guys. I love catnip. It's part of the mint family, okay? And all mints are exceptional for us, but catnip is something different. It is not like traditional mint. It is loaded in antibacterials, antifungals, anti. It goes on and on. Not only that, it's crazy what it does. We're going to get into that in books. But I've noticed that a lot of people think catnip is for cats. No, it's actually, God didn't say, you know what, I think I'm going to make a spectacular herb for cats in the world. That they just smell it and go crazy. No, that was just a reaction to the herb. My cats, well, actually, I think I have 7 cats left. When they see this herb, only one of them is excited. And that's the irony is, it's called catnip because it's nipping them out. But guess what? They don't like it. A lot of my cats smell that and go, gross, get it away. I have one cat, Bebe. He is my kind of farm stand cat. If he sees big bushes of this, he throws himself in it like he wants to wash his body with it. It's the cutest thing. And he smells it and he starts freaking out. But that's not the purpose of it at all. That was not what God had intended with this gorgeous herb. This herb is so healing. I met a woman that said her whole business was based on catnip. And I remember thinking, of all the herbs, why catnip? And then I got into catnip. And that's why now catnip's all over my yard. I've let it seed itself. And let me tell you, you grow one plant, you let that go crazy, those seeds are going to fly around. Before you know it, you're going to find a bush here, a bush there. It's a blessing. Okay? Now you can pull those bushes right out. You go, oh, too many? Pull the bush out. But keep it there in many spots because it's an asset. And guess what? I really feel like these herbs are all going away. I know what's going on with the world today, and I just feel like it doesn't matter who is in control. I think that some of these herbs are just powerful in healing us, and they're going to make them go away because, unfortunately, Big Pharma needs to make money, and it is a business. And if this stuff is healing you, there's no business. So get your plants in the ground. Next, I already talked about this, guys. I did a video. What is this? Gorgeous blackberry leaf. Now, if you read about blackberry leaf or you watched my video, it said if you consume blackberry leaf in a tea, you're disease free for the day. And I've only I've only seen a few of these articles be written about particular herbs. Mallow was one of them that said disease free for the day. That's like a pretty intense comment to make because nothing really we feel in this world keeps you disease free. You feel like when you go, shopping at Stater Brothers, you don't know what disease you're even going to catch. When you walk in there and just touch the cart, you're like, okay, taking a risk. I might, have dysentery tonight. This is exceptional. And I decided today we were going to do a really weird tea. I wanted to cut just a lot of stuff outside. It's pouring down rain, so I could only do so much. But blackberry, catnip, what else? Now I already crumbled these, and I can show you how I do this, so this is eucalyptus. I crumbled it, and the eucalyptus I use, let me show you real quick. Ray, you stay right there. Be right back, guys. Just 1 second. I'm going to grab the tray to show you. So I cut down a ton of eucalyptus. We had like 15 eucalyptus trees, giant ones, out in the yard. So when we cut them down, the stumps produce still eucalyptus because until you kill the stump, it's going to produce little suckers all over it. So what I do is I told my friend, I said, I actually keep all the suckers. So every sucker that grows, I love the suckers. They're small and tender. And yeah, the tips, you'll notice. So older leaves get green. Really fresh, tender ones will turn brown. They're still perfectly fine, folks. It is delicious. It has eucalyptus oil in it, and you're not dealing with a whole tree and cutting big branches. It's very usable. Eucalyptus oil is exceptional. We're talking about respiratory problems, and again, we're going to get into the books about it. It's not used that widely because it is actually kind of an herb that can be difficult for people to handle. I mean, eucalyptus oil you can't even really ingest. So if you have oil, do not ingest it. It can be toxic in that type of amount in a plant. Well, it's just exceptional. I mean, it does things you won't even believe it'll do, and all the flavor is spot on. And this is how I do it. So you can see the little branch. I mean, this little guy, boom, he was suckering right out the side, and I just came in with scissors and removed them all. They're all drying. So we are going to do some beautiful eucalyptus, catnip. We've also got, blood orange coming in. Now, they're not fully in where I can sell them yet. Everybody's going, oh, I want a crate of these things. They're not there yet, guys, okay? I wait for them to be so ripe and ready, they start falling. But we're going to use this as our sweetener. I love the skin. Highest, I mean, you see dark colors like this. When you're dealing with blacks and dark reds, you're dealing with high amounts of vitamin C and antioxidants. This is something you definitely want. On top of our tea, we're going to be cooking a pretty delicious meal. I'm going to show you guys how to just be different. Stop doing the same shit, okay? You know, I kid you not. You know what makes us sick? Eating the same thing day in, day out, not changing a damn thing. Your body needs change. It's desiring difference. Put it in there. So let's get our tea going, guys. First off the bat, this water is boiling. We are ready. And of course, I'll be using, my cute little hot pad, guys. I made this when I was in kindergarten, just so you know. My mom gave it back to me. My mom goes, you can have your hot pad back this year. And I went, you know what's scary? I remember when I made this was me. That cute little smiley face, that was me. I don't know who the heck. Maybe this was my mom, very small. It was Merry Christmas, but definitely I was the cool one. And there was a sun, and there was the ground, and on the back, I think was a house, my house, which disappeared. And you know what? My house has disappeared over the years. But what's important is I'm still here.
Maybe so we're gonna in the background.
Yeah, we're gonna use that cute thing today too. So let's get now catnip. Let's get it in here, guys. No reason to do anything too special, but I do cut it up because as you cut it up, you're gonna release more of the compounds. So don't leave it in pure leaf unless you can. But I like to cut it up. It just releases so much more. So we've got our eucalyptus. We've got just put it all in. Oh, I love the blackberry. Guys, this is going to be an exceptional tea. Now, if you're growing raspberries, raspberry leaf is phenomenal for females. We already did it on the last episode. You probably have herbs in your yard you didn't even know, folks. So I want you to start using them, okay? We're not trying to focus on what you can buy. What do you have? If you don't have it, what can you grow? It's really fun when you can just walk outside and say, my tea today, I've just plucked from the yard. And it does take time. It's not going to happen overnight. But you know what? If you just keep working at it, because this didn't start in one night for me. I mean, this has been time it has taken to build all this up. Now I can walk out there and create a tea instantaneously because I know that fig leaves, apple leaves, these things you never knew were actually substantial and medicinal in your life. They are. So remember when we're making a tea, everybody, and you can take a quick peek in there, Rhea. When you're making your tea, everybody, okay, get it to boiling water. There is certain tricks for teas. We're not trying to boil the crap out of this, okay? I don't want to sit there on high boil where it's like percolating. And we're not making coffee. Okay, these compounds you'll kill. So be very gentle. Treat this like grandma. Okay, when you're making this, get this on the stove, get it to a high boil, pull it off. Put your stuff in. Now, I'm actually going to put it just gently. Actually, I'm going to move this real quick. These pans are hot because we're going to make some pancakes. I'm going to show you a fun technique you probably don't know. And these pans are cooking. So let's get our tea going so I can show you also while you're making your tea. Maybe you want to make a meal too. It's nothing more fulfilling than to have a good healthy meal and a good cup of tea. So let's start. Okay. What are we looking at here, guys? That is pineapple puree that I have pureed. There's some raspberries and some strawberries. These were just the few things left in the fridge. You're opening that fridge, you go, 3 strawberries, 3 raspberries, there's nothing to eat. There's a lot to eat, folks. Get your brain on. It's not about making something. The recipe said you need all the ingredients. Your brain knows how to be creative. God made you that way. So we've thrown that in. And what do we have over here? While we're brewing up that tea, we've got Jug-O starter. Okay, this is Jug-O. This is Sally the sourdough starter is what she is. And, you know, my daughter has made so many starters. She had like Roberta and Frederick, and I don't even know all the names because you're supposed to name your starter. What I did, now we're going to make pancakes out of this. And Cody's coming in because he heard pancakes and he can't take it. He loves a good pancake, man. He's like, get cooking, mommy. So I built up the starter. Now, I keep a large starter. Most people have a little jar. I don't ever discard until I use it. I don't throw anything away. So when I build my starter up, I don't discard. I just add more in. Now I've got a big old pot of deliciousness. So what we do, this is what's fun. You guys are going to think, oh, don't you need to add flour and all this? No, the starter has already been built up. Let's add about 3 cups of this to our fruit. And then you're going to be so surprised at what we create. Now, I don't measure shit, guys. I got to tell you, I grew up in a family that my mom was like eyeballing everything. She taught me our eyes are measuring cups. Just visualize it. So we get too caught up in the, 1 cup, 2 cup. No, yeah, there's times for that. But the reality is if you get too caught up in that, you're going to be like, the recipe didn't come out. I think I messed it up. You didn't mess anything up. You just made something different is all. So what we've got in here is that pineapple, the raspberry, and the strawberry. That's our sweeteners because we're not going to use any sugar, folks. And if you're using sugar, get a grip of it, okay? Mm-hmm. Sugar is for certain things for sure. It also makes great syrups. It is not meant for us to be eaten all the time, okay? It's really bad for us. So what about all that fruit you've got? Well, that fruit is sugary, delicious, sweet. And guess what it is? Natural sugar. So start using that. Now, we've got our starter. We're mixing it in with that fruit. Now, I like this technique, guys. I do a little bit of the pulling up. It's kind of a pull where anytime you're working with starter, you learn it's very elastic. So start doing a pull. That helps it stir in because remember, we're not adding flour here. We're not doing a traditional, if you look at discard recipes, you're going to be mind blown because you're going to go, that discard said I can use a half a cup and I have 12 cups of this stuff. Screw that, guys, okay? Put it aside. You can take discard and make a pizza dough right from the discard, okay? It makes a gorgeous pizza dough. It uses 0 ingredients. Get creative. Stop trying to follow these recipes and experiment. You know those people, how they made those recipes? They were experimenting. That's it. And they realized something worked out well. You can do it too. Don't be frightened. Even if you don't like it, guess what? Cody will eat everything. He has no problem. That's why he's sitting here. So we're going to add a little salt because do not eat your food without salt. You know, I just talked to a woman today that said she woke up with headaches. She didn't feel good today. And I thought, did you take a pinch of Celtic salt and put it in your mouth? She's like, why? I said, well, it kills your headache. She was like, isn't salt bad for us? No, it is not. Get that darn salt and get it in your life. You need it. It's good for you. It's what, basically, I mean, you look at electrolytes. Well, salt's the number 1. Potassium and magnesium are number 2. You need it. Get it in there. We use lots of salt here. I can tell when I'm not good on salt. I don't feel well. I lose energy. I start getting headaches. And it's amazing. I can grab this, take a pinch. I'll show you what I do. Just so you guys know, you get a big headache. Hey, you don't have to trust me. Give this a try. So this is nothing spectacular. It's just some Celtic sea salt. I don't care the brand you've got. There's all kinds of brands. I'm using Celtic right now instead of Himalayan, sorry. And sea salts. So here's what I do. I take a pinch. Big chunks of salt. This is delicious. You suck on that. You don't even realize what you just did to your body. It said, thank you. So, we're all deficient in salt. You know why? Because the medical system's telling you to stop eating salt. Because salt's bad for you. But when you have that heart attack, what's ironic is the first thing they're going to give you is salt. In fact, when you get sick, rush you into that emergency. Guess what you're getting? A saline solution of salt. But don't eat salt. It's bad for you. Okay? So, now we've got our fruit. We've got our starter. We've got a little bit of salt. So we've got sweet salt. That's a very important ratio. Everybody loves sweet salt. And we're going to add a couple eggs to this because I love protein. You can't have enough egg in your life ever. And when you get eggs like I do all the time, you better just be using them in everything. So we're going to add a couple eggs. That's going to help with the delicious consistency of our pancakes. Cody's getting a pancake today. He knows it. That's why he's in here.
Hi.
So we stir this up real quick. And you know, it's funny, guys. I didn't expect to do any cooking or anything with this, but Ray and I are starving. Every time we do this, we are starving to death. So I started thinking, what if we cook some food? Well, let's do it. So here we are cooking food, guys. Okay, now the last ingredient, believe it or not, because I keep it simple. I don't go all crazy. I mean, what do you need? 55 ingredients? And how much sugar do you need? None. You need fruit. So our next, and by the way, I don't have syrup. We're using this for syrup. Okay? These are the strawberries we grow. It's simple. You put a little bit of water because I had to get the lid was stuck. You basically, this is just a syrup. So this is fresh strawberries from the farm with sugar. And basically canned. That's it. Okay. Now the next ingredient, because we want a little fluff in this, guys. I love fluff. So we're going to add a teaspoon baking powder and baking soda, guys. It's typical. You see it in all the recipes. I don't even measure that. I have a tablespoon. I mean, I'm like, we're going to get close, okay? If you think that you are perhaps not following the recipe, who cares? Because guess what happens when you don't follow it? You learn something new. When you follow it, it's like being a follower. You know, in fact, we're going to talk about a little something here that got me thinking was about Jesus. So he had his 12 disciples. It was quite exceptional. You know, he came to each person and said, what he said with them was, follow me. Did he say, be a follower of me? He said, follow me. And what do you think he intended with that statement that he did? What he intended was when you followed him, that you would become a leader like him. He never intended you to be a follower. We didn't intend this world to be full of followers because they need a leader. What he intended you to do was follow and learn to be a leader like him. So that's a big one for me. And I have resonated on that one for a while, that, you know, as we're following Jesus in his footsteps, trying to be good people. Maybe you're not a Christian, Catholic. I don't know what you are. Maybe you don't even give a crap about it all. Fine, don't. But you're fine. You're going to find that your life is a little bit more fulfilled when you have something to believe in. That's not just this. That's not how it was supposed to be. So we've got our beautiful, here we go. We got our batter ready. And look at this, folks. I could feed you all. This is a big blowout of it. Look at it percolating. You see it getting, it's rising. I mean, it is active. Oh, she just, yeah. She's active, boy. This starter is ready. Did we add flour? Hell no, we didn't add flour. We just used the sourdough discard, guys. So that's ready to rock and roll. What's next? Oh, what is this? Carol Ann. Okay, so I think her farm is called Indian Iron Farms here in Ramona, folks. Gorgeous lion. This is lion's manes. This is chestnut. Okay, and we're gonna add these to our eggs because why would you just eat eggs when you have mushrooms? So a little fungus among us is a delicious thing. And let's chop these guys up because we got our tea looking good over here. Oh yeah, she's steaming. I don't know if any of you have used lion's mane. It's incredible. And Carol Ann has a recipe for crab cakes. Oh God, you will never eat crab again. You will just eat mushrooms. These mushrooms are medicinal, folks. And I know we're talking about tea, but I've decided I'm going to go down a few avenues with you guys because I don't know how many of you are eating fungi. Well, if you haven't started eating it, it's time. The research is out, folks. Okay? It is good for us. What do you think back in the day they were eating? Let's go back to John the Baptist even. Okay, so he ate locust and honey. And someone had said to me, they thought locust was the locust bug that looks like a butterfly. The locust that flies around. He was eating that and honey. And I had said to her, I didn't believe that. I actually believed he was eating the honey locust tree because there's pods that grow off the honey locust tree that are delicious and edible. And I have the honey locust. And someone had said, wow, well, they had never thought of that because the locust is a bug. And I said, do you think he only ate bugs and honey? I have a hard time believing that in that time, that he just ate bugs, which were disgusting, big locust, and honey. The pods of the locust tree are exceptionally delicious. And the tree is amazing and healing. So come on, folks. We've got to change the game up. You think you're supposed to be eating one thing when you should be eating a lot of other things. And mushrooms definitely were in the realm of food for them in that time. I mean, mushrooms are such an incredible source of so many things. I'm shocked to find out lately that mushrooms are helping people regain nerves that have been dead, detached. Feet don't work. Things aren't working. Connections aren't going from the brain to the feet or the hands. All of a sudden, they're maybe microdosing some psilocybin or doing some reishi or some lion's mane, maybe some turkey tail. I mean, they're extremely medicinal, folks. So if you're not playing around with this, then you're not experiencing life, because it's not about going to the store and going, well, in my eggs, I only put salt and pepper and ham. That's great. We all love that. We all love that. That's not what's going to cure you of everything in life. We cannot sit around the same meal all the time. Our bodies are craving difference. Nutrients come from all different walks of foods. It's really quite incredible, and mushrooms are one of them. Let me grab a bowl real quick, guys, because I want to put this in a big old bowl so we can stir it up. All right. And Cody's smart not leaving the kitchen, that's for sure. So we've got, of course, my homegrown eggs. And to those of you that might be grossed out, that's a fertilized egg, that little blood streak. That definitely is a fertilized egg. Yes, we fertilized eggs. We do what is natural. There is boys out there with those girls protecting them. They fertilize the eggs, and we have no problem eating the egg like that. And to those of you that are going to critique me and say I'm eating abortions, I've heard that one a lot. That's a real interesting one. Gotta tell you, the best one is the people saying I'm eating a, a menstrual egg. Folks, if you think this is a menstrual egg or an abortion, please don't follow me. I'm asking you now to unfollow me, okay? Because that's not what this is, and you can't handle it. And I'm tired of the... Hold up. You know what? While I'm fired up and cooking some breakfast, let's talk about the unfollowers. Guys, look, if you need me to give you a call and give you some emotional support, if you need some help, because I am being very honest in the fact that you're announcing this unfollowing, I feel like you might need something more. So if you just privately PM me, I could talk to you. But this announcement of I'm unfollowing, I'm so unsatisfied, I really feel like you're craving something more, because it seems awfully odd. You never announced your arrival when you came in, but you announced it when you left. So I can help you if you need to talk to someone, if you need some prayer, please reach out. I love you all. Meanwhile, can you please not talk about this being an abortion or some sort of disgusting thing, because it certainly is not. The chickens eat them themselves, so I guess they like abortions too. Anyway, so we've got our big old bowl of eggs here. Let's get some mushrooms in there. I love a little salt and pepper. Ray and I are always hungry this time of the day. She has been dealing with the babies, and well, life just never ends for either one of us, really. So more salt. That's right, salt, folks. Salt. Get it in your system. You'll thank me later. Okay. We've got our salt. I didn't bring pepper out because I actually read something recently about pepper that I'm going to stay away from. It actually said that pepper had compounds in it to make us kind of reactive to it. So I thought, oh, darn it, I am like a pepper addict. So we're going to go without pepper today. Just because I love tons of pepper. Yep, I'm using a knife again, guys, too. The coolest part is when you know how to sharpen a knife, you don't care that you scrape it on everything because I'm a professional sharpener. So, take a peek on our little tea here, guys. Oh, it's just an ugly rainy day today. It's perfect for a fire. If you guys have a fireplace, any way of just warming your home up, I highly suggest on those ugly days, give yourself a little bit of tea, start a fire, and get a book. It is so wonderful. The feeling of touching pages. So I'm old-fashioned. I read lots of books on my phone, but there is something spectacular when I start touching the pages. I actually will even rub my fingers on old books on the thin pages because I'm amazed at the texture of the fine paper they used back then. It was like parchment paper almost. It's a remarkable feeling and something special happens from that. So I suggest you give it a try. Now, moving on. Butter. I love fat, and I've told you this 100 times, folks. When I use butter, I like use the whole block. My family will be like, we had butter. We don't now. So let's heat these pans up with some butter and get some eggs and some food going. And everybody said, your pan's not hot. Well, is it hot enough for you today? Because it looks like it's steaming pretty good. I'm going to quote all of those people that just couldn't handle it, folks. I just am like over the fact that you have so much bad to talk about, no good. We're out to help each other, not to break each other down. And on Facebook and Instagram, it's amazing, the people that just want to break you down. So if you guys are doing like me, and you've got, oh, look at how we're just puffy and delicious. So remember that sourdough starter, guys. Yeah, it's just wrong. People want to break each other down nowadays, and I'm not for it. I'm not for it, folks. Let me grab a spatula real quick. I thought I was more prepared, but, you know, it's a lot for me sometimes to get my act together. So, we got our eggs going. Let's get some pancakes going. Oh, that's gorgeous. And for all of you that were upset at my cold pans, they're hot today. I hope it made you happy. And again, pancakes. Here's my pancakes. Let's get us a big pancake. Oh, yeah. Yep. Big old pancake. When my kids were young, my son would go, I want pancakes, pancakes. And I would make thousands of these pancakes, and I'd freeze them so I didn't even have to make them all the time. I'd just pull them out. He'd eat them cold. It was quite remarkable. But boy, him and the neighbor kids just love those pancakes. And I couldn't make enough of them. So I'm kind of a pro pancaker. All right. Again, it's very important, guys, you guys have a wholesome meal, okay? I don't know what you're doing on a day-to-day basis, but fasting, we'll talk about that for a moment, very important. Everybody knows in the morning, it's called break fast, breaking your fast, breakfast. That's when you break your fast because you've been in bed all night. It's very good for you if you can even make it. I think I mentioned this last time. Make it a few more hours past your morning ritual. Maybe you've had your coffee or used to toast or something. Maybe back off the toast. Can you make it till 10, 11, 12? Maybe wait till lunch. Your body's going to thank you later. It doesn't like having to process food all the time. I'm sorry, but in the caveman days, it wasn't like they walked out and there was farm stands full of Costco crap all over the place. They walked out and went, I'm starving, what do I do? Well, what did they do? They hunted and they gathered and they maybe got nothing. Their body was fasting a lot of the time. We have been taught to, my favorite is the medical system that's like, eat 8 meals a day. Small meals, 8 of them. Please, God, don't do that, guys. Okay, now I'm going to flip this big dog, and it could be ugly. Got her. She splattered a little, but you know what? Oh, it's going to be... The first one's always ugly on pancakes, too, guys. With the butter in the pan and all that, you never get a beauty the first go. It just doesn't happen. And I love to make a mess while I cook. I mean, it just makes the whole fun out of it. It's like being a kid. So, here we are. And you know what? I think what's really important, again, is that we do a little talking about how is everybody detoxing. So, while we're doing this, we're going to talk about a few other things in teas because I'm hearing a lot about detox. I'm also hearing a lot about parasitic cleansing. People wanting more answers on that. You should be parasitically cleansing at the minimum once every 6 months. It's a possibility. It would be good for you to do it even once a month. You don't do it for 30 days. You could do it for a few days. Do it every other month. If you're not parasitically cleansing, you have parasites. I'm not talking big old snakes and worms going to come out your butt. I'm talking there's parasites in your body. Little tiny ones. Little tiny guys all over. You've got good bacteria, bad bacteria. It's all welcome. But sometimes we get a little too much of the bad. And what it causes is a lot of awful symptoms. Tired, fatigue, headaches, all these things people are talking about, wondering, what should I do? I've already discussed, you can juice. I've done videos on this. There's zeolite, you can juice. You can use charcoal. There is a lot of different ways to detox. Please check into those if you haven't. You're going to feel wonderful. You'll just wonder what the heck has happened to your body because it's going to feel so darn good. You want to detox. You do not want to just assume that you are fine because you're not. We're all around sickness all the time. You don't realize the poisons you're bringing in. So much garbage all the time. You need to take care of yourself. No one's taking care of you, and the medical system will not. So, there's my 2 cents, guys, on detox and parasitic cleanse. And we have definitely given you all the recipes for that. You already know. It's been done, guys. I have posted, I have done. If you don't understand or you haven't seen it, contact us. We can send you the links. I have a wonderful video. It even talked about, like, autism and all these things and the detoxing and what you need to do. And I found that one pretty fascinating. I really enjoyed it because... You know, a lot of people don't realize that's something you should be doing at all. Let's put this guy down here and create a little space for us. Okay. Get these guys off to the side, and we're going to talk about some herbs because I'm going to run you through catnip. And, you know, I found it fascinating that when I looked at catnip through all my books, I couldn't find anything. And I thought, wow, why is it not here? What's going on? Well, you know, I'm really frightened, guys. We're going to be seeing the end of a lot of these herbs. And I know everybody is real thrilled with who's in office. And I think that's wonderful, too. But the reality is nobody cares about you. I'm sorry. I had to say it. Your husband, your family, your mother, your grandmother, your father, they care about you. These people that are making decisions for us, they don't care about you. So you need to care about you because one day you might encounter something that says, your body says, I don't feel well, I feel sick. What are you going to do? Well, you go to the doctor's office. They're going to give you some pills and some medications. And you're going to say, oh, wow, I don't feel good even after that. What's going on? What's going on is God gave you everything. It's out there. It's not at the doctor's office. Now, don't get me wrong. The doctor's office is super important. I never said never go. I said we're going for all these dumb things. These things we don't need, guys. That's why I read these teas to you. That's why I'm pushing this so hard. I'm going to get a pan for our pancakes, guys. You know, that's why it's super important, I feel, to teach everybody that there's a time and place for everything, like my mom said. A time and place for everything. It does not mean every time you feel yucky, you go to the doctor. No, you do not. If you do, what they will do is get you on a gorgeous regimen of medications that you'll wonder why you don't feel well still. It might make you feel like that problem you had is better, but rest assured, you're going to end up with more problems. Because a lot of these medications, I don't know if anybody's watching JFK, I'm sorry, I just said JFK. Is it RFK?
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, folks.
I was like...
Whatever. Okay. If you're watching, we'll say Kennedy, which I love. He's an advocate of a lot of this health, and I love it, and he knows it, and he's going to be probably having a hard time in the future trying to get us all healthy because, you know, like I've said, the world doesn't want it. They don't want us healthy. What they want is buying those medications. And they may have a time and a place, those medications, but they are certainly not for all the time. I know the reactions. It's in my family. My family's dealing with these problems. I have family members also on loads of medications. I want to help. They're scared. They don't want to die. They're scared if they don't go to the doctor and get those medications, they're going to die. Don't ever feel like that, folks. Do your research. I'm an advocate of doing your own research. You don't have to trust what someone else says. The information's out there, folks. It's not a secret. You can just start digging, whether it be the internet or books, and you're going to be blown away at whatever ailment you have can be naturally helped for sure. So, okay, I got my pancake going. We've got one pancake done, eggs done. Here, let me take a bite just to get a little energy. Oh, that mushroom. Oh, wow. Wonderful. Tea looks beautiful. Let's study these herbs. All right. All right, Cody, my big bear. Come here, my big bear. Oh, it's a big guy. Who's my big guy? So Cody Bear wants some egg. He loves mushrooms so much. In fact, I have to hide the mushrooms lately because if he sees them, he wants mushrooms so bad. He loves it, huh? But Cody says, Mommy healed me of thyroid disease, right? Sure did. We went into zinc, iodine, selenium, CoQ10. This guy was bald and couldn't even move. And look at this big handsome fella. Oh, he's a big guy. Okay, you ready? So, let's start with cold peppers. Now, eucalyptus is going to be the hardest one to find for sure. I just know it's not a popular one. I haven't even looked in the books, and I thought when I did it, I wonder if I'm going to find anything medicinal on it. So let's see. Because I bet it's going to be an interesting one. I always love when I open the book almost exactly to the ease. It's been a thing lately. God's just making me open that book. You know, my daughter had some, maybe some acne, cystic acne. She's really been dealing with it. I do have to say, unfortunately, she does love sugary drinks, and I just can't get her to stop. She isn't a woman, you know, she can choose what she wants. But I said, let me create a poultice for, you know, the acne on your back, and I'll put some saran wrap and stuff. And it was funny because I opened the book, and it just opened to pustules, boils, and skin diseases. And I thought, okay, God. It's interesting when I opened, and that twice happened in the same day that I opened the book and never needed to even change a page. So it was quite fascinating. But Okay, let's see.
I think people have that happen with the Bible. They're looking
Yeah.
for a verse, they like open it.
You open it and go, someone's talking to me right now, because I should have had to look. Most of the time I'm fingering through and you guys are going, hurry up. So, okay, we've got we got elders. Let's see. I knew I wasn't going to see it. Culpepper doesn't have eucalyptus. Let's see. Nope. We've got even Ringo, which is an odd one. And that's it. Let's keep going, guys, because I'm going to find this one. And I bet we might even have to find this one on the internet. This might even not be an easy one to find, because eucalyptus nobody's using. Because the oil is so strong, people are feeling like they shouldn't use it because it's dangerous, but that's not the truth at all, folks. Excuse me. Let's see. Nope. I love it. Look at that. Nothing. Okay. Moving on. Oh, that's an apothecary book. We don't want that one. Let's get these two guys down here. And when all else fails, we pull it up on the internet from a couple resources I have. I love when I can't find it. That's what gets me excited. Why can't I find it? Why isn't it out there? Well, there's a reason why it's not out there. And I don't have the reason yet, but God's going to tell me eventually. It's not out there because they don't want you to know that a lot of these things that are just sitting in your yard are so usable. So let's see here. We're looking for ease. Ellie campaign. It's like, I love that herb. It's on everything. Elderflowers. Once again, nope. We got Don Quai, but we don't got eucalyptus. Check my pancake. Oh, we look good. We're good, guys. Let's try this guy. And by the way, I was looking in ancient remedies. Nothing. We're going to do the lost book of herbal remedies now. We had been going through all the herbal books for simple eucalyptus, folks. And I knew when I did it, I thought, you know, I don't think I've ever seen anything on it. Yet, everybody buys eucalyptus oil, don't you? You know the benefit. So let's see. G. Oh boy, guys. We're skipping quick. I don't see it in here either. We got lady's thumb, but not eucalyptus. Do you guys know what lady's thumb is? Bet you don't. Look at that, D's. No. Okay, let's get on the phone. When all else fails, we get a little 5G radiation poisoning to find out what's going on. Let's see here if I can find from my little source here. Oh, he's snoring up at, eucalyptus. There we are. Okay. Well, what do you know? Tons of uses. Okay, this is a long list, folks. Now again, do not use your essential oil. It is toxic and dangerous in that amount. Eucalyptus oil is very strong, and it's not something to be used like that, but the plant is perfectly fine. Respiratory, of course, respiratory. The oil helps loosen the mucus, reduce inflammation, the respiratory tract, relieve coughs and congestion, of course. Bronchitis and asthma. It can improve breathing, dilating the airways and reducing inflammation. Of course, antibacterial and antiviral. We already knew that. The oil contains cineol. Just like you've got thyme contains thymol, cinnamon contains, it was like cinnamaldehyde or something. Well, it contains cineol, an antimicrobial agent that fights bacteria and viruses responsible for infections and colds, flus, and sore throats. The leaves from the eucalyptus leaves have antioxidant and antibacterial properties, making them effective against skin infections and wound healing. Oral health, insect repellents, pain relief, stress reduction, antioxidant. Guys, and here it says right here, use the leaves with caution, appropriate dosages, okay? Consult a healthcare, of course. So it's a very strong leaf. It has lots of medicinal properties, but like oregano oil, you can overdo. So be careful. We didn't add a lot to it. We only had a couple little sprigs off the baby. So I think we're good to go. What's next, guys? Catnip. Okay, another one. Another one hard to find, and I bet I can't find it in this stuff. Let's see. We're going to go old. Let's see if we can get catnip in this guy, which is, of course, The Herbalist Herb Doctor by Joseph E. Meyer, guys. Great books. Kind of expensive nowadays, but lots of incredible information. Let's see. See what I can find for us, because catnip, I knew, is always referred to for the cat. And the few things you find are just incredible about its use in humans, but you just find such little. Look at that. It's got carrot, cassia, nothing for catnip. Chicory, chocolate root. Okay. Joseph Meyer didn't care too much about it. He was missing out. Let's go to Culpeper and see. I love doing this. This is really fun for me. We've got crab's claws, and not the kind in the ocean, guys. Cow slips, I mean, cudweed, cottonweed. It's just really remarkable what's in these books, to be honest with you guys. And I don't see catnip. Colt's foot. Anybody use clown's woundwort? Oh, I love cleavers. Chives. Oh, guys. I'm not seeing it. Sweet Chevelle. Oh, boy. This is interesting. I love when I can't find it. It makes me have to get more books. So, basically, we're at CAR, and there's no CATs. No catnip. You know, when I started this, a family, an older woman and man came to me and said that they had been doing herbs and ran a business for years, that now they were not doing the business anymore. And what was so fascinating was the business was only catnip. I'm going to steal more of this. Oh, yeah, guys. Feeding the soul. Come on. Catnip. All right. Where? Oh, did I just... Oh, what was that? Nope, it wasn't. I'm like, did I just see it? It's in one of these, guys. I promise you. This is how these books go. You got to keep going until you find it. Come on, baby. Where are you? California Poppy. We're close. Look at that. It's not in this one. Okay, we got one left. Do you think it's in there? Let's see. Catnip, baby. This is Ancient Remedies Revived. All right, let's see. Oh, look at that. What did I just see? What did I just see? Eucalyptus.
Oh.
Remember I couldn't find it? Found the eucalyptus. Let's go back. We were at catnip. Let's go back to eucalyptus real quick. Modern research says studies have established that eucalyptus plant may be beneficial in preventing and treating various illnesses due to its anti-inflammatory, antimicrobial, antiviral, antioxidant, anti-nociceptive, anti-cancer, anti-diabetic. Well, that was a lot. Did you guys get all that? Because basically it said you'd never have to go to the doctor again if you had eucalyptus almost. Again, the oil can be effectively dangerous microbes and ward off oxidative stress caused by free radicals. So it can be effective. Be careful with it. You can use the oil. Just be very careful. Very small amounts is all you need. In 2022, the study suggests that eucalyptus products are suitable for treating coughs associated with respiratory illnesses. Are you with, all of you with RSV? It sounds made up, but I've heard tons of this RSV. You need to start consuming some of these things, folks. Cinnamon, thyme, eucalyptus. So it was in here, okay? Now let's look for catnip again, because I'm like, where are you? Oh, cat's claw. Oh boy, look at that.
Wow.
It's not in any of them.
That's crazy.
Can you believe it, guys? How sad is that? Let's do one last one. Lost Book of Home Remedies Part 2. All my hopes in it. And if not, we're getting online. Because I find it amazing that there's no information on something so simple. Cow parsnip, we got that. Oh, we found it. Look at that. Now, guys, you don't have this book. If you don't, what's great about this one, so this is that Nicole Apelian. I was selling this one, or not selling it, but encouraging people. Yeah, whatever you call. But I bought this on my own years ago, and then I bought part 2. So it was the first one and then part 2 of it. Well, part 2 has it in there, guys, and let's see what it says. So it says, edible, catnip is edible, and the leaves make a nice addition to a salad. Only a few leaves will suffice, as too many might overpower. It is the mint family, remember, folks. So catnip is very powerful and delicious. Medicinal. Catnip is a wonderful anti-anxiety and stress-relieving plant. Who doesn't need that? You better start growing lots of this stuff. It sounds like it's one of those St. John's worts kind of things. It can help calm frazzled nerves and is safe for nearly all ages. It is extremely helpful for reducing fevers, even though don't reduce your fevers, folks. Your fever has a purpose. It is killing what is going on. Let your body cook. Like other members of the mint family, catnip is excellent for upset stomachs and irritable bowels. Guys dealing with IBS, you better get on that catnip daily. It'll just get rid of it. Don't mess around with that. You can't poop. You can poop. You're pooping too much. Whatever's going on. Catnip. Simple catnip. And guys, it's not even gross to take. Medical uses, catnip is a wonderful anti-anxiety. Oh, we know it's... Oh, sorry, I just read that one. Let's see. Nervine. While catnip is known to make cats go crazy, it actually has the opposite effects on humans. It is a gentle sedative and nervine that can help calm the nerves and relax nerve spasms. This makes it effective for nerve spasms of the digestive tract as well as a nervine. It may help relieve nerve-related pain, neuropathy maybe. It's best utilized as a tincture for this purpose. And it gives you the recipe for the tincture. So all you guys looking for a new book, it's in this one. It gives a cooling catnip compress, a tincture recipe. It tells you how to harvest. It says febrifuge. Like many other members of the mint family, catnip is a great plant for helping to lower a high fever. It works by stimulating the body to sweat more, which in turn naturally cools down the skin. To lower overall body temperature, compressed tea works well for this purpose. See and it gives you the compressed tea. That's pretty bitchin' right there because it cools you, causes you to sweat your buns off, to get rid of that grossness. Because if you don't sweat, you're not getting it out. That's kind of another form of detox, really, guys. Oh, that's a gorgeous pancake right there. Just had to say, folks. I love my little stove because she don't overcook when I'm on the side burner. Sorry, guys. I'm starving, okay? I got to eat to even teach you guys because I feel like I don't get enough energy in. Now, let's take a quick peek at our tea. Oh, it looks gorgeous, as usual. Let me get my little thing to stir it here. Oh, yeah. So, all you guys sitting on a lemon tree, an orange tree, you're sitting on things, you're going, we don't ever use it, it falls to the ground, I hope a tree dies. Come on, guys. This goes wonderful in teas. This is wonderful juice. Make use of that stuff that God's given you in your yard. I know sometimes it feels a little tedious, like I can't handle it all. You can. Pick it, put it in the house like I do. You'll stare at it for a day or two, and then you're going to immediately use it. You leave it out there falling off the tree and walk away, you're never going to use it. And there's so many wonderful things that can come about just some old citrus or lemons you didn't even want to use. If you're not going to use them, put them in some bags and give them to somebody. I mean, why are you wasting all that wonderful food that's so healing on people when they need it? So, enough of me drilling, you guys. Get my last pancake in here. I'll burn my pan here. I tell you what, I haven't had pancakes in probably a month. And the last time my husband and I, it was like dinner time, and he said, let's have pancakes. I was definitely in. So, we've done catnip. We've done eucalyptus. What's left? We could do the blood orange next. You guys, that's going to be something, actually, I'm going to pull up on my phone because it's not a medicinal herb. And I've really never said much about what the blood orange is capable of doing. So let's do it. And then we'll finish up. Let's see here. Because there is a lot of medicinal activity. You know, the blood orange is loaded in laden in vitamin C. That's why I love using it. Okay. Okay, so it looks like, of course, anthocyanins, which help fight off the free radicals and inflammation. We know that from the dark colors. Vitamin C helps prevent scurvy, which the reality is scurvy is long gone. You need vitamin C for way more things than scurvy. Vitamin A. We did a thing on this, on vitamin C and A and all these things. Helps maintain the health of the skin, some tissues. What is your body made out of? Tissues. Lots of them. Folic acid, folks. Helps fight off cancer and heart disease. Let's see what else here. Oh, whoops. I got a little too in-depth. I don't want to read that much for you guys. Let's see. On this guy here. What else we've got? Well, it's just loaded in so many antioxidants. So you've got, oddly enough, chrysanthemum. So additionally, blood oranges contain several antioxidant compounds such as chrysanthemum, hydrocyanamic acid, caffeic acid, ferulic acid, courmic acid. These are all incredibly exceptional things that we need in our body that, oh, the vitamin C is, well, we know the vitamin C is off the charts in it, guys. The color alone of a blood orange says it. It boosts the immune function at vitamin C without a doubt. Improves your gut health. Let's see what else. Cancer fighting, no doubt. No doubt, guys. Come on. It goes on and on and on. Okay, let me get the last pancake off so I don't forget. We don't want to burn this guy. I hate a burnt pancake. Grosses me out. Actually, you know what? We get a little more golden on that, guys. And we're starting to bubble here. Ooh. Give her a little stir. I'm going to get her off this heat. Okay. And what was the last herb we had? We had
Blackberry leaves.
Oh, it was the blackberry leaf. That's right. All right. Let's get her cooling down because remember, we don't want to boil. So if you see it coming up to a boil, get it off of there, guys. And I'm going to get this patty cake a little more golden because she was a little light on that side. Oops. Blackberry leaves. I did read in one of these. Now, I think I'm going to take an older book to start because I want to say it was in one of the older books that I was reading and I just went, whoa. The blackberry information was mind-blowing. It might have even actually been in, I think, maybe we start with the little guy here. You know, I read so much, guys, it's awful. I want to teach you, and then I go back and go, where did I see that? And I'm not very good at organizational skills, so it's not like I take notes on any of this. But blackberry is incredible. And you guys are gonna go, I had no idea the leaves off that was even worthy of anything. We've got black root, we've got black popular, black Indian hemp. I really picked some interesting ones today, guys, because it's funny when I can't find them, I always go, that makes me wonder, why can I not find it? When we know the medicinal property is exceptional and it wasn't not in some of these books. Oopsies, blackberry, where are you? And not only do I love blackberries, no. I hope you all are learning something from these videos. Oh, what do you know? The bramble or blackberry bush. Culpepper knew what he was talking about, guys.
Oh, sorry, it's fuzzy. Okay, yeah.
All right, let's see what he has to say. It is well known that it needeth no description. You know, when Culpepper says that, he ain't joshing around. He's saying, you're an idiot if you don't know what it does. So, government and virtues. It is a plant of Venus and Aries. It says that the buds, leaves, and branches, while they are green, they are good for ulcers and putrid sores of the mouth and throat, and for the quinsy, and to heal fresh wounds and sores. But the flowers and fruits unripe are very binding, so you're not going to be using those, and restrain the bloody flux. Well, I have read about bloody flux, and if you got it, you better get a blackberry plant because it doesn't sound very pretty. Bloody flux, lasks, and spitting blood. Either the decoction or powder of the root is being taken is good for gravel and the stone in the rains of the kidneys. So again, kidney stones, folks. Just dig up some blackberries and get that root. The leaves and the brambles, green or dry, are excellent good lotions for sores in the mouth and secret parts. Us women know those secret parts, don't we? So maybe if you got a little secret issue, get some blackberry, get in the kitchen, whip up a little something for those secret parts. Okay, kidneys, leaves, secret parts. The decoction of them and the dried branches bind the belly and restrain the profusion of women's courses. Again, that's menstrual courses. The berries and the flowers are a powerful remedy against the poison of the most venomous serpents. So here's what I got to thinking, folks. Venomous serpents. Let's all back up. What do you all think about venom being in all your injections? So you all know, I mean, if you're at all looking into anything, you realize that between the mRNA and the venom, they're really using a lot of that in these various injections. So if this helps snake bites, could this help you from the venom in those injections? I'm just curious because I read a lot of these things and it really gets me going. Like, I'm not sure, but it's got my brain wondering if there could be a coincidence and it could help. Let me throw on another pancake, guys, and let's get into some more details about this, okay? All right. Okay. I've been studying a lot about, what they're putting in vaccines, and, I'm not out to change anybody. I know my opinion, and your opinion is just as accountable if you want to take them. I would never tell you not to, but it definitely makes me think because, venom is not something that should be in our body whatsoever. Someone had commented, I just put a post up about venom being in vaccines, and they were highly offended. And, I get a lot of, oh, that's false information. Why are you offended by me posting it? Hey, man, don't kill the messenger. I didn't write the damn article, okay? The reality is when you see these things, if you're frustrated, that's because there's a bit of truth to that. So don't hate the messenger. Get yourself online and start doing your own research because you're going to find that you've been lied to a lot. Okay, so poison of the most venomous serpents. I just sit on that. Venomous serpents. That is not like you got an ant bite, okay? This is serious, and it's saying it's a remedy against it. As well, drank as outwardly applied, help at the sores of the fundament and the piles. The juice of the berries mixed with the juice of mulberries, we have mulberries too, do bind more effectually and help all fretting and eating sores and ulcers. They're saying juice blackberries and mulberries. That's the biggest treat on earth. Mm-hmm. That is not something you're like, gosh, gotta juice those mulberries and raspberries or blackberries today to heal myself. That is shocking. Such a delicious thing can help sores and ulcers. The distilled water of the branches, leaves, and flowers, which, by the way, that is using a still. When they're talking about distilling, you're using a still and you're putting the branches in there. It would be like making alcohol. only you're not making alcohol. There's no sugars. It's just making like a hydrosol. Branches and leaves and flowers, or the fruit is very pleasant in taste and very effectual in fevers, hot distempers of the body, head and eyes, and other parts. And for the purpose of aphoricide, the leaves boiled in lye, that's interesting, and the head washed therewith healeth the itch and running sores thereat, and make the hair black. Ooh, that's interesting. The powder of the leaves stewed on cankers and running ulcers tends to heal them. The juice of the leaves and the berries combined may be preserved for the aforesaid uses. That is, I mean, again, folks, it's a blackberry leaf. It's pretty remarkable. Most of the time, none of us care about these things. They are exceptional for us, and we don't want to overlook that. So let's see how, oh, God, smell. If you guys could just be here to smell when I make these. I mean, so I love putting citrus in. Now, don't go to the grocery store and put that citrus in, guys. It's coated in some garbage. I don't even know what the hell it's coated in, but try to find a source, organic. So even at the grocery store, they're coating them in waxes and stuff. So how organics work is basically it's organic at the farm. The minute the person picks it up for shipment and brings it into their containment place to package, they can do it. They can gas it, they can spray it, they can taint it. It is still organic because the certifier can only certify the grower.
Jeez.
So you've got to understand a lot can happen behind the scenes, and it is very difficult to sometimes trust. So I'm not saying don't go get it at Boney's or Sprouts or something. I'm saying make sure your source is really good because we're using the exterior of it. Remember, we are not just using the insides. We're using the part that could be sprayed, touched, or something yucky could have happened to it. All right. Oh, get over there. I don't care about a broken pancake, guys. My stomach cannot differentiate that it was broken in half or not. It tastes it all the same. So all you cook and go, oh, it didn't come out perfect. Sure it did. Came out gorgeous. Don't you worry about a thing. Okay. Oh, don't lose my butter. I want to say we are close, folks. Let me get a little butter on the pancakes. And we're close to having a little tea and signing you guys off for the day. Hopefully you're making a beautiful breakfast of your own. Hopefully you're trying to make some of these teas. I'm not sure on a lot of this, if you're all making them or just watching me, but the key ingredient is for you to get involved. Not just say, isn't it fun watching her while you're sitting in your lazy boy and your ankles are swollen and you have massive issues, okay? The key I'm trying to teach you folks is how simple it is, little by little, to just start doing something, okay? So, let's see here and get our tea ready. It smells so good. I'm so freaking ready. Let me get my strainer. You'd think I could remember all this each time, folks. I cannot. My life is chaos, and Cody's an example of it. This is what I want to be when I'm reincarnated. I want to be a big old Cody bear. I'll tell you what, Cody, say hi. Cody goes, I don't want to say hi. I don't want to say hi. Oh, give me a kiss. Okay. All right, Cody bear. So, we've already got 2 cups out here. It's pretty simple, guys. Obviously, Rhea is a tiny human tamer. I mean, there's no doubt that's not my cup. My daughter is a tiny human tamer too, but
She tames way more than I do.
she does. She tames like 12 to 17 at a time because she's a teacher, and it's pretty sad. It's pretty crazy. She loves it. She can't get enough of it. I don't even know how. I'm like, I can't stand any kids that aren't my own. Okay, here we go, guys. So let me get my cup. Oh, where'd I put it?
By the...
Oh, get my cup-a-roni. All right, guys. So, this is how health begins. It's a whole process. It's not the tea. It's not the pancakes. It's all of it. It's all of it. It's the books, the tea, the pancakes, the dogs, another person being around. It's the feeling. It's the fun. It's the health. Change it up. Invite the neighbor over, folks, okay? Are you just making tea for yourself and sitting in there all lonely, wondering why you feel the way you do? Well, stop it. You know? Stop it. Invite someone over. It's a lot of fun. Maybe you've got more in common than you think with that neighbor or the person down the street. And you have a cup of tea and you're going to have a lot in common. I've loaded this sucker up to the brim, guys. It barely can come out. It's like birthing our tea. It's so funny because sometimes I will just add so much. I got to hold this lid down or it's all going to blow out. Oh, the color's majestic today. You can see it's like a rose color. Very beautiful. Very beautiful color.
Oh, yeah.
Just gorgeous. So the color is everything to me. You can see. Now I don't use a standard kettle or anything, so mine spills, guys. But use whatever you'd like. You can just use a regular old pot. Don't go buy anything. You get on Amazon. Go, I don't have what she has. I need the same. No, you don't. You know, just get whatever you can afford, guys. We're not about here trying to tell you to buy stuff. We need to start. In fact, we need to start buying more used or getting more used crap from everybody because the reality is there's too much to go around.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, we just filled this guy up today, didn't we? Let me fix my little spills here because I was sloppy. Okay, and we're going to enjoy this cup of tea. I hope you guys are doing the same. Put down the Lipton's black tea, okay? That is not healing you. Yes, black tea has a purpose and a place and is certainly not going to change your life. Pick up that green tea. Pick up some Robius tea. If you got to get something already pre-made, fine. Get it organic and look for natural flavorings. You don't need them. Natural flavorings come from the plant. We don't need to list natural flavorings because they're in it. When they're listing that, it is not a flavoring, folks. Don't be fooled. It's like a baby part or it's like some disgusting wombat anus or something. You do not want it, okay? So I am telling you right now, I've gone down the wormhole in natural flavorings. If you can avoid them, do it. Because they're actually hiding a lot in that with that one little simple term. So it's hot, Ray. I know it's going to be hard to take a little sippy, blow on it. But as usual, guys, cheers. Oh, I smell that eucalyptus. Cheers, folks. And oh yeah.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, the catnip and the eucalyptus instantaneously, folks. Very herbal. God bless you all. I pray for healing on every one of you. Finances, good health, and for love in your family, and for you to start taking up tea. God bless.